Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I am going through stuff, and I got to thinking, if I've got stuff that I haven't used in a long time and it's just sitting around and I'd like to use it up, why not use it up? So I am going to separate the items that would hang at the bottom of something first, and then we'll divide up the bead bits, and I'll make however many strands I have of this type of stuff, and then I can hang them on some form of hanger to hang in the window to pick up the sunlight. So yeah, that's my plan. Hi, Pam. And I noticed Mary wasn't on this morning, so I said, well, I'll just turn my camera on while I'm working on this, and it might be of interest to somebody. I do have this like monofilament stuff that came with some of the plastic beads. So yeah, but first let's go through, and anything that is like for the end of a strand, we'll see how many of those we have. And of course we have hearts involved here, and then big baubles. So I could end up with something pretty interesting to look at to hang in the window. Let's see. There's another butterfly. And even the butterfly ones, instead of hanging them at the end, I could just thread the thread through and they could just stick out to the side of the strand. So there's that idea. Hearts could do that too. And I could just put the heavy baubles on the ends, the ones like this. They have a hole in the top of them. So I might do that. I know that there is a streamathon going on today that Raul will put together. And I think it's called Valenzine. Instead of Valentine's, it's Valenzine. And I know Shannon is going to be part of it later today. And I was just a little confused why they were doing it today, since Valentine's Day isn't until Friday. But, you know, maybe it's just when people were available. I think the rest of the, oh, nope, there's another one that's got a in the top. And I was just going to strand these together, maybe hang them on the door over there. I'll have to come up with some way to tie them onto something. All right, the rest of that is for stringing. And those two strands I have here, I'll need to cut them apart, but I'll do that when we get there. So if we divide these out, so there's these big baubles, they could be at the end of it. So that's 3, 6, 9, and 12. They're like that. And then I have 3, 6, 9 like this that are prismatic. These would catch the sunlight, and that could be pretty. And then I have 3 of the larger red hearts. And then the rest of these, I'm thinking I'll just put on the strand to stick out, although they would be pretty hanging at the bottom too. But I'm going to hold those aside, and we might make some strands out of those. I think I'm going to focus on just doing these first, because they'll be the prettiest ones. Morning, Kimberly, Janice, Angie. Yep. I guess that went well then. You got your eyes done. So we've got the pinky flowers. These are strung beads here. And I've got some purple, pink, And there's kind of another pink. And then we've got beads like this. And then we could stick a butterfly in. Actually put that one over here. Oh, Cole, you should have come in when Greg was going back for a shower. So now I'm thinking, how can I have separation? I might need to pull out some small beads, to run in between the larger pieces. And Callie wants back in, and Cole wants in. I can't do a live without cat serving. I'm sorry. And it's a little chilly. I need to get some bigger beads. Hang on. These are all prismatic here. So I'll just pull those out because that could be pretty. All right, let me deal with Mr. Cole real quick. Come on. Now don't start fights with anybody. He's such a little jerk. He really is. Angie, how many fingers do I have up? Kimberly, you naughty thing. Anyway, let's see here. I know this monofilament, once you get it started, it springs out or drops in like that so you can't see where it is. Oh, for goodness sakes, Cole, really? Let's see what luck I have doing this, because I think you're supposed to tie a square knot. So then that has to go back over and under. And the sun shines straight into this room, so I don't know how long these will last hanging in a window. Oh, crying out loud, stop. All right, stop it. All of you, stop it. Cole, I told you not to come in here and do that. That's exactly what you did. Boy, he looked self-satisfied. Callie, unpuff your tail. Her tail is huge. You get in the basket and behave. For crying out loud. All right. I'm going to trim this and hope my knot holds. It's clear, so it's going to be hard to see. Once that's tied on, I'm going to measure off about 24 inches. And that's as long as my strands will be. All right. So I've got this on the bottom. And then we need to get in here. And these here, I'll put one of these in between. I might not go very far because once I run out of beads, the strand will be done. Is that? These have a hole in a weird place in between the petals. And can I see that? No. And I'll put another of the little prismatic beads that I have. Then I'll do a big round bead. And another one that's prismatic. I'll need a wooden dowel or something to hang this from. Might run in the back. I think I have one. And once it gets filled up, I will call it this project done. Boy, seeing the holes to get this stuff through is something else. Well, I think this will be pretty hanging in the window. Hi, Steph. Angie said she couldn't stay long because she's got to go get her eyes checked back. I don't know if I want them to be so matchy-matchy. Maybe I want to mix the colors up more. Oh, one of those goes over there. Maybe I'm trying to put it in the wrong place. There we go. These are plastic, the little ones. That's not a very long strand. Well, let's do that one. And then I don't think I need to pull off 24 inches worth of stuff either. I'm going to leave that on there. I really feel like I could cut this in half. Let me go see if I've got a wooden dowel in the back. I'll be right back. I haven't gotten everything moved back out here yet. I only have the one wooden dowel, but I have a pack of chopsticks. These are the cheater ones, and they don't want to break apart very easy. Well, I need to get a wooden dowel, apparently. Well, I'm going to keep stringing beads. Hi, awkward quilter. How are you this morning? I'm just playing with a jar of beads that I've had on my counter that I've decided I need to try to use them up or get rid of them. So we're using these up, and I definitely don't need 24 inches of this stuff here. So I'll tie this bead on, maybe. Uh-oh. My phone's making some weird noises. I forgot what a dickens it is to use this monofilament. I don't have any of that little plastic glue, you can put a dot on to hold your knot on. So one day I might come home and the beads could be all over the floor because I didn't knot it very well. Fishermen make you tying things up with this stuff look so easy. They're just like, whoop, whoop, and they're done. So I am not going to pull off as much this time. Maybe 18 inches would be enough. And so we'll see how far I get with these beads that I have. And these were cutesy kid beads, but I like kid stuff sometimes. And it's to hang in the window. Y'all should subscribe to Awkward Quilter Georgia, because she does a live get together with Deb, the Pug's mom, and I don't remember the other folks that get on there, but they get together and chit chat and show the quilting projects they're doing. Fun to watch, listen in, add to the jokes that seem to go sideways sometimes, but but it's all good. It's all in fun. And I need this weird brown butterfly. Wish I had something to tie these to so they didn't like get all mixed up. This really is a kid's craft, but that's okay. We can be kids in our 60s or younger or older. All right, so that's 2 strands. And what I'll do is I'll make them at different lengths to hang. And the sun can catch them. And because I've used those prismatic gems, I'll get rainbows on my wall. And there's nothing wrong with a rainbow, right? I don't think I have a mod in the house this morning. I just ate and my stomach is making weird noises. Oh, I did not take my medications. I should go do that. As soon as I sign off here, I'll do that. I saw Vicky, Messy Table, was doing a video on how she is going to start storing her images for collage, a la Shannon Green. So if you haven't seen that, you might want to check it out. Hi, Heather. Yep, kids are the most authentic creators because they just jump in and do. They don't think about societal norms or any of that. They just play. So that's what I decided to do, is wake up and just play. I looked over and I saw this jar of stuff and I'm like, that's just going to sit there and I could make it into something that added some color to my room. So why not just do it? Who cares if it looks juvenile? I don't care. Oh, I'm going to run out of these. And I think the rest of these are all the kind that they're like the ones at the bottom of the pieces. I think I bought the ones I'm putting in between the big plastic beads. I think I bought them for a specific project that I never did. So why not do that now? And back to this. What I'll do is I will get a wooden dowel and tie these along it, and then put a ribbon on each end of the dowel to hang it from something, either the curtain rod or something, so that I can hang it in the window. Piper or Howard, who's in the kitchen cabinets? Oh, I can't see the hole. think I got it. I think. Oh dear. It appears it doesn't go all the way through. That's weird. Let's try. Oh my goodness. Well, that's weird. I'm going to set that one aside and just grab another flower. See if I can see where the hole is. All right. So I've made 3 strands like that. So then let's grab these 3 because these are kind of prismatic on their own. So we'll build 3 more strands here. Maybe we'll put some of these red hearts that'll stick out to the side on this one. And then put this in between. Do we have any more like that? Maybe some flowers at the top. All right. I don't know how much farther I can go. Let me look at these again. Yeah. Let's see. What are these? These are heart-shaped that go down through the center. So that's good to know. We'll see how we do. I think some of these are actually chandelier things. Ooh, those would be pretty. And I probably do have some fairy lights or little twinkling lights. I don't know how those guys make it look so easy. They've probably been tying lures on for years. What gets me is how it bounces. It bounces from one finger to the next. And yes, I still have the nail polish on my thumb that I was just trying to see what the color was that I picked up for $1 a bottle. Because I haven't been anywhere to get nail polish remover. So there's that. Oh my gosh, I can't. Because the bead is clear, I can't. Who would have thought that this would be so hard? Oh, come on. Usually the mornings is the best time for me to do things that are fine motor skills. Later in the day, it's like my body and my hands want to shut down. Boo to getting older. Anyway, well, I guess I should be glad I'm getting older. At least I'm still alive, right? I'm just cutting 12 inches on these. All right. So we got that one. So put a little, well, we could put the flower on first. That one that has the flaw in it where I can't get it through, I might just pitch that one in the trash because why hold on to it if it's that messed up? All right, now these, they really need to be at the bottom of something so they'll stick out to the side. So there's that, and then I'm just going to go straight in with this. Which one of you 2 cats? Howard, is that you tearing things up or is that Gregory getting dressed? We'll just leave that heart like that. At least I'm using it, right? What would be good is if I could get a battery operated pack of lights, and then I could just attach that and then just turn it on when I wanted it. So there's a heart, and then we'll end with the flower. So that one's shorter than those. I don't know if I like the hearts out the side like that. I don't think I do. I think I'm going to pull them back off. Whoop, just like that. Let's see. What else can I do here? I have more of the purple ball things here. Let's stick that on there. And then another prisma. And then this one. Maybe. That's what I need to do. I need to start pulling things out that I got at one time because I thought they were so neat, and just start using them up. Why not? It'll make more space in my place, more space in my space. Put it that way. Uh-oh. Oh, for crying out loud. I think I said 12 inches for this one. I guess I'll go until I run out of string. So then I put the flower, this flower on, and then one of the prismatic ones. And then a round purpley one. Uh-oh, I must have pulled it out after I got it to the end where I thought I could grab it. Making a little doodad to hang in the window. Why not? This one here. And I think we need to make some really colorful ones to go with the other colorful ones next. Morning, Vicki. Morning, Janet. And this flower. Playing with plastic beads this morning. Oh, if I could find a spare hanger, I could just hang these on a hanger. So there's those like that. I figured they'd be pretty hanging in a window instead of in a jar that takes up place on a shelf. So Just got it into my head. And then the next thing I was going to do is I'm going to go pull out my tub of works in progress bin. And we're going to number the packages, the plastic bags that the projects are in. And what I'm going to do is once a week, I'm going to get you guys to tell me a number, and I'll pull that project out and finish it. That'll make me more accountable, I hope. And get some of those finished, because if I could empty that tub, it's huge and it would be out of my way. All right, again, I'm going to cut the 12-inch length. Howard, honey, please settle down. He wants to go out, but when I open the door, it's like he thinks I turned the temperature down. This cat goes out on the porch, ow, just like that. I kid you not. And then he looks at me like, how dare you make it below 50 degrees again? And I said, I had nothing to do with it. These cats, our pets, have the most character, you know, and they are so entertaining. And then we had to put one of these baubles on. And then another one of these. I'm going to run out of these, the round prismatic beads, before I do anything else. But we can switch to the ones that are heart-shaped. And then this one. Hello, Howard. I was talking about you. I'm sorry, buddy. These baskets are all full. You can't lay right in the middle. He said, yeah, I can, if your stuff wasn't in my way. Come on, buddy. Move on. Oh, Howie. Come here. Let me get your legs under control. You can sit in this chair over here. That's why I brought the chair. He said, I thought you were talking about me. I was, but I don't need you right now. All right, so that's 3 like that are pretty similar, except some of the purple's more vibrant than the rest. I will have to put these somewhere until I can go get some wooden dowels. All right, so now I need to put them somewhere so that I can keep working. I'll just put them to the side and hope that they don't get wiped out by a cat. There's those, and because they're not, you know, they'll fly right off the tops until I get them tied to something. Oh, there goes my neighbor. I haven't heard their little one carrying on that he didn't want to go to school yet. Sometimes he runs away from them and gets on the trampoline and then jumps to the far side of the trampoline where they can't reach him. Scott says, that little guy's hell on wheels. Let's use some of these at prismatic baubles. Hi, Piper. These are plastic. These like this, these are glass. These will really pick up the colors. So I'm going to use some of these. And how many of the butterflies do I have left? I have this one, this one, this one. I want this to be kind of colorful. And then I've got pink flowers. And I've got these kind of bluish flowers. These look like they were painted and the paint stuff is wore off. I could probably use some of that nail polish that I just got and paint those back up, but I'm not going to because I'm using what I got, trying to use it up. Do I have enough of those to do it again? No, I only have one more like that. Let's see. Let's put some green flowers in amongst these maybe. Pull this down some. And then put some more of these at the top. Let's see if I can make all these up. Well, I'm in South Carolina, Vicki, and it's overcast and looking like rain. And we went from the weekend, we got up near 80 and had the air conditioner on just to get the stickiness out. The humidity just makes the house miserable. So I turned the air on, and then in the morning I had to turn the air off and turn the heat back on. It was crazy yesterday. So winter is definitely not over. I am putting a knot in this 3 times. I was offered up a ginger snap cookie recipe this morning, and I shared it on my Facebook page, and I might make them up because I love ginger snaps with, I want to do 12 inches again, with a cup of tea. Lots of rain. Yep. The brand new dehumidifier that they installed under the house, I kid you guys not, it has run just about nonstop trying to dry out under the house. So hopefully we won't have another dry rot issue. I don't think I want to spend $30,000 again anytime soon between the floor and updating the electrical. And Scott started, like I said yesterday in my live yesterday, he has marked where we have to weave in the new hardwood floor repair pieces into the old. And then we'll have to have those refinished. We actually have the machine to do it ourselves, but we'll see if Scott's up to it. And then we bought the Bruce hardwood that's already finished. You just put it down for the front room, but we have to pull up the rest of the hardwood floors that are in the front room before we can put the new hardwood floors down. So we'll see how it all goes. Heather says it's 0 Fahrenheit, feels like minus 13 Fahrenheit here this morning. Bright blue, clear skies though. And she's up on the very east part of Canada. Hi, Mama Juju. I'm just playing, pretending I'm a kid this morning, playing with plastic beads. And I'm going to tie them onto something and hang them in a window because I'm also using prismatic little round beads. Do y'all know if Dollar Tree sells wooden dowels? Even a short one would be all right, like a 12-inch long. I might go down there when they open. What time is it now? Yeah, they'll be open in about an hour. And it's real close to the house, so I'm good with that. Although I will have to find a place to put these while I'm gone. Because, yeah, they wouldn't be where I left them when I got back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. The cats would say, "Are you nuts? Those look like something that needs to be killed." Yes, Heather has that star Afghan she made. That's so pretty. Greg's humming. And I finished Mary's pants yesterday, so she came and picked them up. last night and hung out with Greg and watched silly things on YouTube.
Here's hoping I can get off work at my regular scheduled time.
Are you the only one on duty this week?
That's going to be next week.
Oh.
And then Randy's supposed to be coming in, but let's see. He's been kind of in and out of the doctors.
Oh dear.
So I just don't know what I'm walking into half the time.
Well, just do your best and don't worry about the rest.
Yeah.
Unless you're in charge, then you have to worry about the rest, because if they fuck up, if they mess up, it falls on you.
Yeah.
Sorry about the F-bomb. It slipped.
Is it supposed to be cold or hot today?
The last one I looked at said high of 40.
Okay. So I'm making the right choice by putting on my flannel.
Well, I don't know. Once you get moving.
All right, you kids, take it easy.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot my lunch. Almost did.
I was going to say, do you have your lunch?
Yep, beans. Everybody's going to like me at work this week.
Oh, Lord.
Love ya.
Love you too, bud. He's almost 40. Still says he loves me. So I must be an okay mom. And there's Messy Palette. Hi, Diane. She found her tribe. Yep. We're here playing with plastic, though. I don't know. Will your tribe play with plastic? Plastic beads. I wish I had a wooden dowel so I could show you the finished project. I'll have to just post a picture because I have to wait for the Dollar Tree to open to see if they have wooden dowels. If they don't, I'll just run over to Joann's, at least until it's no more. We'll see. I keep holding out for them because they have gone through so many bankruptcies over the years and reformatted themselves so many times. I'm pulling for the underdog. But if that guy that bought the group that bought the big lots happens, he will just sell it, close it. That's what he does. He's a liquidator. So if somebody else would step up and rescue us, crafters and sewists, that'd be awesome. I often thought, if the sewist could get together and buy them out just to keep it going, but it sounds like they have a lot of baggage coming with it. So I can understand why people are kind of standing back like, maybe not such a good business plan. But ever since, remember, I used to work there. Ever since I worked there, I've always felt like they made it mandatory to have great customer service, but then they never gave you the payroll to have enough people in there for great customer service, unless you were a brand new store with training hours. Once the training hours run out, then the customer service goes in the toilet because there's no payroll to have more than 2 people in the building. And you have to do everything with that payroll: customer service, stocking, price changes. There's so much more to that business than just walking in the door and, opening the registers and going. And with 2 people there, it's really hard to get all the price changes done, all the sale signs set correctly, everything that goes into it. And the managers they're salaried managers. They end up working. I was working 70-hour weeks, 7 10-hour days. So and they were saying that that was my fault, that I needed to be a better manager, but I was working for nothing. And it was affecting my health. So I got out of there. And I said, I'm never doing management again, ever. And then when I went to Michael's, they kept wanting me to get into a management position. And I said, not doing it. Sorry, not. So there's some more colorful ones to go in. And, I can tie these at different heights too, or just have them all along. Greg's checking his card, make sure there's no cats in it. So there's that 3. I think this will be real pretty. And I'll mix them up, so that there's like a different one next to a different one. I'm fortunate here because Joann's is less than 10 minutes. Hobby Lobby's less than 10 minutes from me. And Michael's is 15 to 20, depending on which one I go to. And there is another Joann's, but it's way on the other side of town. So, yeah. All right. So let's see. We are out of the prismatics like that. I do have these strands with the hearts that go that way, and they have a bunch of little beads in. So let's see how far these will fly. And we'll just push these off from here. Didn't go too badly. Those are plastic too. These are all plastic. Got these for 99 cents at Michael's. All right. I might still have stuff to put back in my drawer or jar, but that'll be okay. So let's use these 4. Maybe we'll make 4 this time. And then I got 2 more there of that kind. And we'll use some of these hearts here. Maybe put 3 of these little guys in between here. Maybe I should do a 5th one of these so I have an uneven number. I'll just grab one of the little hearts. And then we'll do 3 more of those little guys. Whoops. Three. All right. Maybe use some of the more of these big honkers here. I'm just being very random. None of these are going in any particular way. So we need, let's see. Put 3 more of those there. All right, I'll put those up there. And maybe we'll put a prismatic heart at the top of them. 1, 2. Oh, everybody's heading out either to Atlanta or Charlotte. I hear the planes taking off. All right, so there we go. That'll give us some more. We got another one like that over here. We're using these up pretty good. Yes, the cats probably are planning. They're pretending to sleep right now, but yeah, we know. Short, chubby ninjas with a limp. What did I miss? I can't remember what the name of y'all's major craft type store is. I watched Sonia Steptoe, and she's mentioned a shop, but can I remember it right now? No. I love to listen to Sonia when I'm making breakfast, but lately I've been listening to Anne Marie Makes because she gets up and she sews for like 45 minutes, an hour each morning. So she's on while I'm cooking breakfast for Scott. And she does that, and then she goes swimming at 6 o'clock in the morning outside in Jamaica. But I so enjoy hanging out with Anne Marie in the morning. And she was talking about how her daughters have been traveling, and they just got back from Australia and New Zealand. And I think one daughter was headed off to someplace else. I can't keep track of them. They are busy girls. But she moved back to Jamaica to help take care of her dad. Oh, this one's going to be pretty. I'm thinking I will need to put these in something and then put it up. And then I'll have to be careful. Maybe put a clip. I'll get some of my clips and clip the different, the themed ones together with one of my sewing clips. And then that way they won't fall off when I pick it up again. Sorry, I'm taking this out of shot to thread it, but I'm having a hard time seeing the holes in some of these. Then we'll just pop a prismatic heart. It's actually plastic at the top. So that one's really short. And I'll trim off any excess of the monofilament after I tie it to whatever I come up with. I know. I saw you were sewing yesterday on those plastic envelope things. You just need to put a piece of masking tape on your sewing machine base table, inside the throat of the machine. Put a piece of tape the distance away from the needle that you want it, and then just run your envelope so it runs right along the edge of the tape each time. And your seam will stay straight and the same distance each time. That's all you had to do. My problem is if I get into it and I'm sewing along, and then all of a sudden my brain goes, oh, what are you going to cook for dinner? And then as soon as I do that, wow, I end up having to pull the seam ripper out because, wow, my brain went to cooking. It had nothing to do with sewing anymore. No matter how many little cheats I add to the machine, like a piece of tape or soon as I do that, it's like when counting. If I start thinking about something when I'm crocheting and I'm actually counting at the same time, or somebody says something to me, and the next thing you know, you're like 10 stitches off from what you were supposed to be. And yeah. But I did finish Mary's jeans, and she was so tickled. Bless her, she has such a hard time finding things that fit her, and then to have them at the right length. She ends up having to cut off like sometimes 6 to 7 inches. She's not real tall. So she sheepishly says, Miss Becky, can you, could you hem some pants for me? But she's such a good friend to my son that I'm just like, okay, bring him over. This will tickle me to death to have these mostly used up on a project, not just sitting in the jar looking pretty. Of course, if I hang it on the door, that'll aggravate Scott really bad because every time he opens the door, it'll hit the door. So I might have to hang it in this window instead, which will be okay. I can hang it around that center. If I put it on a hanger or get the wooden dowel I keep thinking about, we'll see what I come up with. They make those little magnetic sewing machine guides that you can put at the seam width that you need. But the newer machines are mostly plastic. So it's useless unless you have an old machine because it's magnetic. I don't understand that. Now, on one of my old machines, my dressmaker that I got in 1982, it still runs. It's a great machine. It actually came with a little device that looks like a little L, and it's got a slot in the side, and you put a screw in it, and then you can adjust it, and there's a place on the plate to screw it in. And I love that, especially if I'm doing something with something creepy, like, and I mean, not creepy and, ew, this is creepy. No, I mean, like, it moves on its own, like velvet or corduroy. It really does help with that. I keep saying I will never sew with velvet ever again. Felt that way about pleather until I was told that when you use sew with pleather or anything like that, you need to get a product called needle lube, and you put it on the needle and it helps puncture that pleather. It's a lubricant for the needle. So I was like, oh, I wish I'd known about that while I was sewing that matrix coat for my son. I made a black matrix coat. We finally donated that because Greg outgrew it. He grew into a man. So if I had a cool branch out in the yard that wasn't like so rotten I can't get to it, I would have to go somewhere to get a branch, basically. But a branch would be cool. I keep telling Scott I want to do a day trip before the summer months start down to the beach to look for pieces of driftwood. Because I don't want to go during the summer when it's packed at the beach because everybody's traveling there. Ugh, no thanks. I'd rather go when it's cold, when you only get the most impressive Yankees visiting. the ones that come and it's like Easter and it's still not warm enough to be out, and they'll be out in bikinis wearing socks with flip-flops. So yeah, I can still handle it. But when it gets to where everybody's at the beach, oh no, 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 no. Too many people. Too peoply. And it's too hot. Ugh. You have a cheap brother from Walmart. A lot of people love their brother machines. Let's see. If you want to talk about machines, I have my dressmaker that I was given for my high school class reunion, and that'll tell you how old I am. And then I have a really old machine. I can't remember the brand of it. I know her name is Faye because that's what is etched on the front of her. And we actually picked her up off the side of the road. Somebody was throwing her out, and we took her and had her refurbished, and she works a dream, but she's so old she only does straight stitch. So I use her for piecing quilts when I just want to sit and piece my pieces together to make blocks. That's what I use her for. Then I have my quilter star, which is a white quilter star that I've had for a long time. And then, oh my goodness. I have my Singer heavy duty that I recently got. What was it, last year or the year before? And I know Deb Farrell bought one at the same time, and we both love it. And I have my white serger. I have that. And then Scott has a couple Singer sewing machines out in the garage. I would need a full-on garage to have like all the sewing machines set up where I could just jump on from one to the next and do different projects. I would need a 12 by 24 garage to. I'm not one that can work in a tight, crowded space. I have to have clear space in between or I feel stifled. So that is why I'm trying to get my sewing stuff to one side of this room and my art stuff to the other for several reasons. I like the space around me, and I don't want wet art products near my dry fabric projects. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I sit here and just basically string beads over and over and over. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be able to do because I'm running out of spacer type beads. We only have 7 more of the little plastic dividers. Let's see. Oh, and then I did this one. I probably have enough strands to fill a little hanger of some sort. I got one more to do of this kind. I'm not a beach person. I don't like hot sand. I would rather be up on a mountain with my feet stuck in a fast-moving stream. I like the vastness of the sea. I like walking on the beach in the very early morning. In the middle of the day, in the heat of the day, no. No thanks. And I don't mind walking on the beach at night. It's just you don't know what you're going to step on, so you can't go barefoot. Because after a day of people on the beach dropping Lord only knows what, I wouldn't dare go barefoot on the beach at night. You don't know if you're going to step on a syringe or, you just don't know. Yeah, I love the mountains. I love all the delicious air you can breathe up there on a mountain because you get all that oxygen from all those wonderful trees. And every time I hear of somebody chopping down a ton of trees, it makes my heart hurt. They must not like to breathe much. Oh, did I do that? No, I did that right. Oh, well, good luck with the heart doctor, Teresa. Hope you're healing from your fall pretty good. You and Carol taking tumbles. Not allowed. No tumbles. I'm just playing with plastic beads. I still have a lot of these beads, but I think I can move them into a smaller jar. I just want to use stuff up and make more space. And not to have space to fill it back up, but just to have the creative space for my brain to make stuff. After Greg leaves for work, this house gets so quiet because it's just me and the cats. Bernadette's out in the yard. All right. So I'm going to just get them and I'm going to close this up. I'm going to get my huge jar back and I'm going to put what's left here. I don't want to make any more until I see, how many more I need to fill in a thingamabobs. I'm just going to put this stuff back in here. Makes a neat sound. It could be fun to take the little butterflies and just hang them on monofilament on their own, these little guys like that, and just have them hanging. I could hang them from my camera lamp back there, the umbrella for the camera lamp. That could be cool looking. Just have little butterflies hanging. So from a nearly full jar down to just that much in the jar is pretty good. Uh-oh. And then that has to go back in the cabinet. Oh, that needs to go in the jar. All right. So I have that one. Woo! See, that's what I'm afraid of. Maybe I should tie them to the chopstick, just as they are. I'll go get some clips. I just want to put them out here so we can see what all they look like. I think that'll be pretty hung up. So I'm going to get some of my little clips that I use for sewing. And I can clip some together. So like this one. Put these three together. And then I can just put one of these these are really sturdy clips. Yeah, that'll hold it together. And I will keep from messing them up too badly. And then I'll be less likely to unthread them. I put one of these clips on it, like so. And then these three together. You are never alone. Well, you are when he goes to Costco or whatever. You just have to think of ways to. See, my problem is Scott always wants me to go with him. He wants me with him. He said, I like to be with you. So we'll see how that goes once he retires, Vicki. I do still love to be with my husband. It's just sometimes I really appreciate quiet. So I come on and yak at you guys instead of, remaining quiet. All right. So there's all my strands. And I think once I get them kind of mixed up together, like tied up, it'll be really pretty. I'm going to go and grab my tub of stuff and we'll number them and I'll get you guys to pick a number. Hang on. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to lift you guys up because this is like, I'm doing this to get you guys to help me be more, get my works in progress done. I think I'm going to put these in here with my clip. I'm going to set it over on the table. So when I get my stick or whatever, because they won't get up there for that. And I'm going to grab a marker and we're going to number these as I show you what they are. Is that okay? Oh, yeah. All right. Excuse the hair. I haven't brushed it yet because I haven't taken my medicine. All right. This will be bag number 1. So this is number 1. And this is pajamas or a nightgown in red flannel. It's all cut out, ready to go. It used to have some lace in here with it, but I took the lace out. Oh, I don't need those in there. So this will be number 1. That's McCall's $50.99. It's probably been cut out since before we moved into this house in 1996. So do I need to finish that? Yeah, because I think I cut this out before my father-in-law passed away in 1996. That was number 1. I'll have to. This is number 2. This is the one everybody wants me to finish, but it's a 2-in-1, okay? Because 1 is nearly finished and the other just needs to be sewn together. And yeah, this will be number 2. I'm going to put it in here. That's the other one. But see, all this needs is the sleeves on the jacket. The little dress is all done. I I just need to put the sleeves on the jacket. And then I have another exactly the same cut out, but in, I think, the next size down. I was making these for my nieces, and they are grown women now. In fact, one has 2 little boys of her own now. So I don't remember what sizes these are. Size 8. The top on the dress, fully lined, has a zipper. Kind of wishing I'd put a belt on it, but yeah. I made these back when I worked at, started this back when I worked at Joann's. This used to be a fabric Joann's had all the time. I don't know if they still have it or not. Pansies. So that'll be number 2. I don't know how I'm going to put that on here. And that's a new look pattern. 6619. I'll write it on the envelope. That's what I'll do. I'll just put a number 2 on here. That'll be my number 2. I'll get that back down in the bag. Number 2. Number 3, I need an envelope for or something. Let's see. That ain't going to work. Well, we'll do that one last. We'll open the tub now. This is going to be like a year-long project idea. This needed to go back in the bag. Hi, Lala. Oh, I'm glad to see you. Are you feeling better, one? All right, number 3. This one kind of broke my heart because before I had put all of these in bags, they had just been stacked in this bin, and this little set had been up against the red flannel, and it has pinkened some of the little top that's in here. You see the little pink hue on it. So what I'm thinking is when it's finished, oh, you can see it really bad on the white. I might just try to do an all over dye and see if I can just dye it and see what happens. It might be just a waste of my time to finish it or anything. And that's Butter X 6615 from a long time ago. So that'll be number 3. And this is a blue bunny, a furry blue bunny that I think came out of a magazine. Because this looks like one of those patterns that you got out of a magazine. Oh, you can make a bunch of different things. Yeah, this was in a magazine, and it's definitely the bunny because the bunny is checked. But you could also make a polar bear, a teddy bear. Oh, we might do another teddy bear. Polar bear, puppy, bunny, and teddy bear. This must have come out of a sewing or crafting magazine. So that's number 4. Put that on our Ziploc bag. You guys are going to see how ridiculous this is. So what we might do today is I'll get you guys to just give me some numbers, and the first 3 we'll put a poll up, and then you'll pick from that. That's what we'll do. This is another out of the magazine. It's a vest. It's been pieced. The McCall's Pattern Company Woman's Desk exclusive vest pattern. It again was in like a sewing magazine. So this will be number 5. That one could be fun to add slow stitching to. Y'all are just not going to believe how many projects are in here, but we're gonna number them. This is a little purse, all cut out, ready to go. It's number 6. You'll see how bad I am at starting a new project before I finish the old ones. This was a stocking we started making together years ago because it was back when we were in Greenville. So I need to finish this. This is number 7. Another teddy bear, all cut out, ready to go. Simplicity 5247. This will be number 8. I think I like to make teddy bears. Hi, Ray. And I'm not sure what these are loose in there. All right, number 9 is a red dragon that rests on your shoulder, like that one, right there. He's all cut out, ready to go. That's 9. Number 10. I'm going to have to open because I don't know what's been cut out. It is a sewing room organizer of some sort. Let me see what's cut out. Front and back for view F. What is F? F is, oh, it's a sewing machine cover. I need another sewing machine cover sewn up. So that one would be good. And it's one of those, it's on the fabric that looks like it's a quilt, but it's not. It was printed that way. Oh, how fun is that? So that is number 10. Anne Marie was going through her works in progress, which inspired me to pull this tub out because this is all unfinished stuff. And these are all patterns I don't have in my Trello account too. This is a cool looking upholstered bag. It's all cut out, ready to go. I don't know which view we have. I think it's B is what's cut out. This one right here. So that one could be fun to do. So that would be number 11. This is another bag. Oh, and it's cut out in pirate skeletons. Don't know why I cut that out, but anyway, it's something I could finish. This is number 12. This is going to make me get real here. Oh, I do have these fabrics go with the dragon that was in there. And I think these went for something for the teddy bear. So I'm just going to put them back in there. All right. These are a pair of sleep shorts that I was making Greg. And I think all they need is elastic and hemming. That's ridiculous. And again, none of these patterns have been around in here so long that they're not in my Trello account. So Lord knows I probably bought them again. This is number 13. Next. Oh, this is a knit something. I don't know what I've cut out, but it's gray. I think it might be just a simple skirt. This is one that I've been putting off because it's knit, and me and knits just don't get along. So number 14 is, I think, a skirt. Could be wrong. It could be a top. Who knows? That's 14. Number 15 is a top. Says it's easy. I don't think it needs much more and it'll be finished. Let's pull it out and look at it because I love this fabric. It looks like it needs drawstring done. Oh yeah, it doesn't need much. It needs one sleeve and then the facing. So the sleeve is what's really cool. Look at that. Don't even know what size I cut out, hoping it fits me because I love this fabric. So that's one I'd really like to finish. And that would be number 15. I'll take time to put these back in my box in numerical order so they're easier to find. Right now, I'm just throwing them off to the side. Probably shouldn't do that. 15. This is getting real with my problem with starting new projects. Number 16 is a top. And this would be pretty to have at Christmas time. It's just a boxy top I could wear with a skirt, which will tie in with something else we're going to show in a minute. So 16. It's very silky and slinky and it's very dressy looking. 16. This is a skirt, all cut out, ready to go. So that would be 17. I'm having to keep looking because I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I could combine this with the Wheel of Fate that Carol at So Carol is doing, where you guys help me pick 6 numbers and I pull them out and we go from there. This is 2 sets of pajamas for a little boy that's nearly grown now. So, yeah, I might send them to my niece that's got the 2 little boys. I don't have much conversations with them, but, oh, and here's some more. These are 2 more. More of those same pajamas. But I'm going to call these 19. So 18 and 19, really, I could sit and sew them up together, but they're 2 different sizes. All right, this is a dress that I was making, and it looks like a costume, but let me tell you, I was making this to attend my sister Robin's wedding with a medieval theme. Everybody was in medieval garb. So this will be number 20. I toyed with just taking this apart and just, maybe use the fabric for something else. because right now I'm in the middle, or was in the middle of hand sewing all this trim on. And then this has, lace that pulls this together back and forth and ties up here in a bow. So it's got the belts already attached. Needs the side seams and the sleeves and hemming. It's got the facing on the top already. It needs a good pressing. So I don't know if I'll finish it or not, but we're going to put it in there to finish. I don't want to press too hard because there are pins in here. So that's number 20. And that's the lining to fix the curtains. I'm not going to include that. It says 20. So 21 will be this. And this is the Christmas dress I made. And what I'm thinking of doing is, because it never has felt right in the chest area, I'm going to take the skirt off and create a waistband and just turn it into a Christmas skirt. And I could wear. All right, I'll answer that in just a minute, Safia. Thank you. Because then I would wear it more at Christmas time. I could wear it to the Christmas party or whatever. And so I'm going to turn this into a skirt. So that's 21. 21 is the Christmas dress turned into a skirt. And now I got to put all this back in the box. But if you guys want to, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. Out of those projects, if you can remember the numbers, or just give me a number and I'll write down the first 6 that come up. And then I'll do the spin. Pam says number 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. And then Vicki said 3, 5, 7. So I'm going to take the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The first 6 is what you guys have chosen. So I will put them in a separate bag, and everything else I'm going to put back in here. And then we'll put those into, what's it called? I'll put it into a spin, and I'll do a spin, and I'll tape it. All right. 17, 16. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll just start with the first 6 of them, and then I will just do the next 6, and so on until I've gotten through them. I just have to remember this is 21. So you guys chose the jammies, the 2 dresses, the little girl outfit, the bunny, the vest, and the little bag. So I'll have to put those in there. Now, what is Trello? I'll keep those separate. We'll put these back. Trello is an app that you can put on your phone. I'll open my Trello real quick here. here. It's raining. I should have went out and got the dog. It's spelled Trello. And this is where I have to fess up as how many sewing patterns I have, because you're going to see. But let me go back. So here I've got it open. Let me decrease the lighting on it here. So here it is open. And then when I click on sewing patterns, these are all my sewing patterns. And I've got woven tops all in here. And I have them so that I can look them up by alphabetical order. So we got woven tops, woven dresses, pants and shorts, overalls and jumpsuits. And so what you do is you can like add a card, which I could probably do one of these real quick. So let me go over to children's. Where's the children's patterns? Children's patterns. Let me come down to the table and I'll show you how I do this. And I'll just get this pattern that's number 3 because it's not in Trello yet. And I'll just get the pattern cover out. All right, so now, oops, go back. At the bottom of my section, Children's Patterns, it's Add Card. So I'm going to add a card, and then it wants you to name it. So I'm going to put in Butterick 6615, 6615, done. So now it's in there. So now I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to add attachment and take a photo. All right, so I'll just, let me take a picture of it. All right, so that's the picture I took. I'll tell it okay. All right, so now there's a little picture there, but now I'm going to add another attachment. I'm going to take another photo. I'm going to flip my pattern over. Put that in there. And then you choose what you want. You can do the whole back, which I might do because then I'll have my line drawings as well. Okay. So now when I click on the picture for it and I swipe over this way, it's still processing it. I didn't give it a chance. Let me back up and give it a chance to finish getting it up in there. All right. So there's the back of it, and you can blow it up so you can see how many yards. And so what this is good for is I'm wanting to make something for a little girl. And I look through my children's patterns and I look at this picture and I say, oh, I want to make that. If I'm out like at Joann's or some other fabric store, I can open this pattern, look at the image like that, and then I can swipe and get to the back of my label. And then I can say, oh, I need to make a size 5. So I look at 5 and then I need to decide, what top or whatever. I know how many yards I need, and I have this with me all the time. So you could do this for any of your supplies. You can use Trello for anything you want to keep track of. I just have all of my sewing patterns, even my PDF patterns I've bought online. I'm trying to get in here. And then once I get them in here, I usually do this with a red pen, but I don't have one, but I have a pink one. T. That means it's in Trello once I've done that. Now I will say something else I did that, let's see, get back to kids' patterns here, children's patterns. If you're scrolling down through, you'll see some have this purple rectangle next to them. Those are the ones I've noted that would work for Project Dress a Girl. So I have them in there because this one would work for Project Dress a Girl because it doesn't have any zippers or buttons or any of that, but it has this beautiful bow that you can put on the back. I'm thinking about making more for tiny girls this year. So, yeah. Anyway, that's something you can do. You can add a little highlight, like some are in purple and that one's in pink. And yeah, so I've got all of my sewing patterns in here by whatever they are, skirts, coats, overalls, and such. So that's what Trello is. It's just an app that you put on your phone, and it looks like that blue circle right there. So there you go. That's what Trello is. It's very helpful when you want to have the details from some project with you all the time. I got it. It's free, and I find it very useful. I learned about it from Michelle at Michelle Sews Again. So that one's now in. I could go through and put the rest of these in, but I think I'll do a short on doing a spin of what I'm going to pull from, and then I'll do a video on when I get it finished so I can participate in Carol's, what does she call it? Hashtag. I have to look up Carol's channel. She's doing it to use fabric that she's been afraid to touch in her stash. And I can't remember the name of the thing right now. Let me look up Sew Carol. SOCAROL. There she is. She just did a video on her favorite spring and summer show and tell top patterns. Why can't I remember the name of it? Fabric Wheel of Fate. That's what she calls it. Hashtag Fabric Wheel of Fate. And see if I can get her up here.
Rough skin?
No.
Scrub, cleanse, and moisturize.
I don't want a rough skin. No. Come on, get through the commercial so I can skip it. Let's see here. You can see she's holding a spinner. There she is. Her dad made her the spinner, and she puts a picture of the fabrics she has to use, and then she spins it, and then she has to make something with it. So it's been a real fun activity if you guys want to see how to use something in your stash. I mean, it works for the Fabric Wheel of Fate. I'm going to use it for a Works in Project Wheel of Fate. So technically, I don't guess I'm playing the same game, but it would be a way to do that up. So I got to put in there 1 to 6. So I will see if I can find where to do that because I don't have a cute little spinner thing. One of the ladies, she just took the spinner from her Twister game. She says, because I'm not playing Twister anymore. She says something about being over 60. You don't have that desire to play Twister anymore. So yeah, so thank you guys for coming up with the first 6 to go on the spinner. We'll see what the spinner comes up with me. I could just do a random number instead. We can do it right now so you guys can see what was chosen. Let's do that. Oh, look. It's a number wheel. Inputs, input, 1, 2. Let's go back. 6, close the stupid ad. No exclusions. So 1 to 6. Oh, look, there it is. Okay, let's spin, see what it says. And it looks like I will be doing number 3. So what did you guys get me up to? Ah, it's the little girl outfit. That'll probably need to be dyed as soon as it's finished. So we'll remove that choice. So number 3 is the first project. So there you go. You guys are going to help me work my way through these old projects. So I'll put 1 through 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 back on the tub. So we got all sorts of projects. So the first one will be the kid project. So thank you guys for being here. Morning, Carol. I am about to leave off from here. And I've been on here for almost 2 hours. So that's good enough. And it's a rainy day. So I might, who knows, this might be my project for today. And I will come back and we will finish. I'm going to finish this and then run it through the washing machine and see if any of this staining will come off where it was up against that red flannel, which is really a shame because this white is beautiful. But I'll throw one of the color grabbers in with it and see if we can get that clear. I don't know if it'll come out or not. All we can do is try. We can see if we can rescue this project. If not, I will attempt to just dye it. Just throw the whole outfit into a batch of dye and see what we come up with. It's whatever happens, right? Thank you all for being here and have a wonderful day. Do something that makes you smile, and I'll see you next time.